Hi, welcome back. So, from the title of the video, you already know what we're doing. The Always Sunny video was a months-long endeavor, so I'm kind of ready to just have like a chill, relaxed, easy breezy type video. And nothing's more chill and relaxing for me than watching videos of live performances. As you may know from my other videos or from scrolling through my channel, I do make music, and I grew up doing musical theater constantly, and I just generally love music, which sounds stupid because like everybody loves music, obviously. I feel like that's like a core part of like being alive. Music stands. Rise up. But it's true, I do love music. So I've got some of my favorite live performances here, and I'm gonna talk about them. They'll be linked in the description if you want to watch the full videos, which you should. I just have to chop them up here so that big copyright doesn't come find me in an alleyway and bust my kneecaps. Speaking of which, I have a Patreon now! If you want to see more stuff like this that's, you know, not the most monetizable with copyright stuff, you can support the channel monetarily on Patreon now. I don't really have any like prizes yet. I'm gonna try to figure something out. Right now it's just kind of a buskin situation where it's like, here's a video. If you want to give me money, that's fun, but you know, don't worry about it. I want to do the thing that a lot of YouTubers do where like at the end of their video, they have like a list of all their patrons and they like say all their names. So if that's appealing enough, that's like the one thing I got going right now that I could do. Otherwise, I'm going to try to figure something else out. Maybe leave a comment with some ideas. But anyway, do what you want, pay what you want. Live, laugh, love. These performances are in no particular order. This isn't really a ranking, it's just like a compilation kind of. And this also is not an exhaustive list. I could easily make another one of these, so let me know if this is something you guys like and want to see more of. Okay, without any further ado, let's just jump into it. No, we can't read my poker face. Let's just get the obvious one out of the way first. If you're active on Twitter or really any pop stan type circles, you have seen this video. It gets posted and removed from YouTube like clockwork every couple of months, but we will not be silenced. Pro tip, there's a full recording of this one on Vimeo that seems safe, but don't all go check it all at once. Otherwise, Big Music might take it down because they don't want us knowing the truth that Lady Gaga invented music. This is Lady Gaga's performance at the 2009 VMAs. If you're invested in pop culture, the 2009 VMAs might ring a bell for you, as the same night that My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and Reputation were conceived, something in the stars aligned on this night. Scientists actually discovered later that there were lethal traces of sleigh in the air backstage, and Lady Gaga took a big huff, walked on stage, and decided to make history. No, we can't read my poker face. First of all, I need us to really just live the drama. Lady Gaga is lying on the floor in a masquerade outfit under a fallen chandelier, giving us sort of a poker face reprise Phantom of the Opera version. I need us to feel the ramifications of that. This is art, this is pop, this is culture. Then she sings a couple lines that aren't from anything. They only exist in this performance. Amidst all of these flashing lights, I pray the fame won't take my life. Remember those lines. They may be important later. This transitions us into Paparazzi. We are proud, we're cook and loud. Got my flesh on through. Need that picture of you, it's so magical. This performance on its own is bomb as hell. She is dancing, she is singing, she is acting. Watch her face. She looks absolutely ferocious. And the concept of it all, the costumes, the stage design. Love the way she sings this bit. This photo of us don't have a price. Her face and hand here are so wordlessly powerful. Paparazzi. And the way she sings the harmony on the chorus. I'm your biggest fan, I'll follow you until you love me. Bye. I was forever changed. But things really start to get interesting around the 2-minute mark when this woman in a wheelchair shows up and a backup dancer hands her a crutch and she starts walking the catwalk with it. Until you love me, paparazzi. Baby, there's no other superstar, you know that I'll be paparazzi. This is usually interpreted by people as a symbol for the damaging effects of fame. Remember, I pray the fame won't take my life. Let's put a pin in that. So then it's the bridge, and as if she had anything more to prove, she does this piano solo with her leg in the air, and it's like, okay, mother. And then the true historic moment. So, this is part of the show. It's fake blood. Again, it's supposedly about how fame destroys people. The fame is taking her life. Yada yada symbolism. But no one in the crowd knew this was happening. There was no warning, no explanation, no nothing. If you listen closely, you can hear gasps from the crowd. For the whole ending of this performance, the people in this audience thought they were watching Lady Gaga bleed out to death on stage. It's just... there's nothing I can say to make you understand how iconic this is. The way she delivers the next line is just... chills? Like, it's so iconic, I'm almost mad about it. Like, you know when you see a baby animal, you want to, like, eat it because you get, like, cuteness aggression? I have, like, flawless line delivery aggression. Like, I get mad. So, anyway, she finishes up the song, and they hoist her up on a meat hook, and she acts dead while the whole crowd cheers. Chilling, iconic, earth-shaking. If you haven't seen this in full, it is absolutely required viewing. Do yourself a favor. Yes, I am from Ohio. Can you just let us have this one thing? 21 Pilots is a two-man band from Columbus, Ohio. I was a huge 21 Pilots fan in middle school and high school, which would have irreversible and drastic effects on my personality. These effects were so long-lasting and irreversible, in fact, that they actually determined the name of this very channel. Hometown is actually my favorite 21 Pilots song from back in the day that I used as my gamer tag in middle school. This is absolutely true. And then it just stuck as my online name, and now it's the channel you see before you today. It's a great song. I still like it. Give it a listen. I especially like the acoustic sleepers version that you can find on YouTube. I've seen the Pilot Boys like 5 times? 6 times? I think it's 6. And I know everyone likes to point and laugh at the emo white boy bands of yore, but I will never budge on my stance that these guys know how to put on an MF show. They put on some of the best live performances I have seen in person with my own 2 eyes. There's a ton of recurring kind of traditions they do at all of them. Like, they always end with the song Trees. Tyler, the singer, always climbs something during car radio, which has gotten in trouble with a couple different venues. They put the drum set on this like board thing, and Tyler like goes in the crowd and they hold up the drummer Josh and Tyler in the pit's arms during the song Holding On To You, because like holding on to you. It's cute, it's clever, you get it. Tyler jumps over his piano sometimes, and especially back in the Blurry Face era, you know, my name's Blurry Face and I care what you think, eh? There was so much lore. It's hard to describe the buzz that was around this era. You really just kind of had to be there. Tyler would paint his hands and neck black and wear a red beanie to put on his blurry face persona. This personification of his insecurities, the neck being his voice and his hands being like his instrument playing, I guess. During Hometown, they would do this disappearing act and appear somewhere in the crowd, and one time he popped out right next to me and I think I lost an octave off the top of my voice screaming. Point being, these guys know how to create an atmosphere and an energy at their shows. Something about their style and look on stage is almost Talking Heads-ish, and I don't think they get enough credit for that. There are a lot of performances of theirs I could talk about, but for some reason the one that sticks with me the most is this random cover they did of House of Pain's Jump Around. I find myself quoting this in my head more than I would care to admit. It's probably not their best or even their most impactful performance, but something about it just has staying power. It begins, as any great story does, with a call to action.
Yo, drummer man. I heard that Lollapalooza could put on a show. You told me that Chile could put on a show. Tell me something I don't know, my friends.
I don't know what this Shakespearean couplet is. I don't know if it's from something. I don't know if it's like deep lore I don't understand, but I don't care. It's something in the way he says it. The way he drags out the end of friends. Josh standing up with a trumpet that seems to have just materialized out of thin air. Blasting those opening notes of Jump Around. It's like It's like a bat signal for weird nerds, she said endearingly. And the crowd starts jumping. I'd like to call attention also to Tyler's trademark blurry face look of black pants, black shoes, red socks. Timeless, iconic, will always be famous. But just as Lollapalooza starts to jump around, it comes to a screeching halt. Tyler is not pleased, and so he screams.
Yo, Trouble Man! You told me that Lollapalooza could put on a show! You told me that Chile could put on a show! Tell me something I don't know!
Listen, believe me or don't, but in a week from now, you will be sitting alone, minding your own business, and something in the back of your brain is gonna poke you out of nowhere and just go, "Hey, drummer man, you told me that Chile could put on a show. Tell me something I don't know." It lives in my brain, always. To this day, I only know the first verse of Jump Around because I learned it rewatching this video constantly. That is as embarrassing as it is beautiful, and I wish nothing but the same for all of you. It's just a fun cover.
So get out your seat, jump around, jump around, jump around, jump around.
I like how uncertain this girl looks about jumping around. It transitions nicely into their next song, Ride, which is an original. But honest to God, it's just that intro that keeps me coming back to this. Hey, drummer man, you told me that Lollapalooza could put on a show. This song and this performance of this song do things to me that I can neither comprehend nor describe. When I heard Birthday by the Sugarcubes for the first time, something shifted. Seismically, cosmically, it was a restructuring at the cellular level. I had just come to college in the middle of COVID shutdown. I was in a weird place, and Björk took me to an even weirder place. And for that, I am eternally grateful. Where do I even start with this? The Sugarcubes were Björk's band before she became Björk, if you will. Also, that is how you say it. I looked it up. It's not Björk like I always want to say it. It is Björk. So this is a recording of a Sugarcubes performance from 1989. Hell of a year. I don't know what the hell this creature is at the beginning, but it just sets the mood right where it needs to be. Whoever's on trumpet is going absolutely buck wild. The film quality and the lighting give the whole thing this hazy, nostalgic, almost creepy home movie type feeling. Almost like you're about to be skinnamarink, but like somehow in a non-threatening way. Björk is moving her arms and swaying in this really weird, mesmerizing way, like she really is the bug-loving, somewhat feral 5-year-old girl she's singing about. I've got kind of a thing for performers that move super jerky and erratic like this. What can I say? I like my artists to be just a little bit possessed. And the crossfades and the editing are slow enough to sometimes mirror what she's doing, and it's like a kaleidoscope or something. The atmosphere is just otherworldly. And then the chorus. is the human experience. When Björk does that scream, slide, growl, chirp, it is like I have lived 1,000 lives. This is one of those art experience moments that just I really can't even put into words. It's just so cathartic that I wanted to share it with you in case you need this like I did when I heard it. Like, I don't know what these lyrics are. I remember looking up when I was really obsessed with this song, like, what do these lyrics mean? And every forum I found was just people going... And yet somehow I know exactly what it means, and there's no way anyone could describe it to me better than I already know it myself, and yet I could never put that into words for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So because of that, there's just really not much to say. You just kind of have to watch this and feel it for yourself. So to close out this section, here are some memes I made during my Birthday by the Sugarcubes phase about how obsessed I was in this phase with Birthday by the Sugarcubes. Thank you. In my last video, some of you were shocked and amazed at the reveal that I am in fact minoring in Korean. Annyeonghaseyo. Seeing as I'm what anthropologists would refer to as terminally Irish, my interest in the Korean language obviously started out with me being a K-pop fan in high school. More accurately, I was a BTS fan in high school. Namjoon bias, Yoongi bias wrecker, with a soft spot for Jin. Fun fact, I used to be pretty active on ARMY Twitter and I would make edits, and so pretty much any video editing skill I have on this channel I would credit to those years. Here's part of a BTS x Björk edit that I made. Okay, Slade. I won't be shy about it. I ate that up a little bit. Let's not lie. I've fallen off the BTS train a bit over the last few years because before they even went on hiatus to go join the actual army, they were leaning more like consumer pop. I hate that, but you know what I'm getting at. Dynamite and Butter have their place in the BTS discography, but from the jump I was never really in it for that kind of music. I was always here for the absolute earth-shattering, career-ending savagery that is the BTS rap line. Hi there, Haircut Mary stopping in to say that I am both a Scrooge and the Grinch, and I would very much like to amend my position on Butter. This morning I was driving around listening to an older playlist of mine that happened to have Butter on it, and I was just shocked and alarmed at the beauty and the fun. I filmed a little clip of myself being a dork and dancing just so you guys can see that I really have changed my tune on Butter.
A nice guy! Butter! I'll be right behind us, let me say so! Let's go!
My main point still stands that I wish BTS would bring back some of the more hard-charging rap style they used to do, but I should never have taken Butter down with it. Butter is a bop, and I would like to personally apologize to every member of BTS and every army in the world who may have been shocked and appalled at my thoughts on Butter. I don't know who that person was, but I'm fully reformed now and I'm a Butter believer. Also, making this performance has kind of sent me back down a BTS relapse. I've been listening to some of the more EDM sounding songs off of like Love Yourself Tear and some of their older stuff, and they're so good. They're so good. So just honestly disregard everything. They're great. I'm kind of falling back into it, so get in it, roll. Back to the video. Thank you. I am about to show you the performance that made me a BTS stan. I had no interest in K-pop before seeing this video. This was my conversion event. This is a performance of the song Ddaeng, which is sick and twistedly only on SoundCloud. I need us to launch a federal investigation into this. Why would they do that? It's a diss track for the haters or whatever. Now I know some of you are gonna be tempted to say, I don't know Korean. How am I supposed to understand what's going on? Girl, me too. I mean, yeah, okay, I've got a couple of years under my belt, but I still have to look up the lyrics. 한국말 너무 어려워요. 잘 못해요. But the important thing is the energy, the beat, the vibes. You may not know what they're saying, but you know what they're saying. So first verse here is J-Hope. He's basically flexing on the haters. He's got money now. New house, AP, dream life. Oh. I'd say one of BTS's biggest attributes is their charisma. Like that light turns red and J-Hope is like, oh, these bitches want to break down. Okay, and he gets on his knees and he performs. The crowd loses it. The drop, bitch! This song is just so much fun. So the next verse is from Suga, aka Min Yoongi, aka August D, aka Tony Montana. Someone did like a calculation of some kind of like the speed of BTS's rapping based on syllables per minute. And I think Suga was like on par or like very close to Eminem, like speed. So nothing but respect for my rap god. Also unrelated to anything, but just while we're talking about this man, throwback to the Billboard Awards when he just could not stop throwing up gang signs to save his life. He was real for that. So Suga does his thing. 100 band, 100 band. Similar diss track fare. See some of his crazy fast flow at the end here. 8, devoured. Okay, but now it's time for the real showstopper. It's RM time. RM, aka Rap Monster, aka Kim Namjoon, aka President of the World. Notice how his stage presence is so powerful that they don't even jump around or anything. All three of them just park and bark. Like they understand that this verse demands reverence. And this is the precise moment that I decided to stand. People died. What in the hell? The power in that fan drop. The hype that was unleashed. Like, I can't even talk about it. It's that serious. I had the privilege of seeing the Bangtan Boys in Chicago when they were on tour for the Map of the Soul Persona album, and it was an experience like no other. Watch some BTS videos. It's actually, like, clinically insane how talented they are.
This next one is anyone come fresh without blood. Thank you.
Somehow I still haven't found a way to bring up Art Angels on this channel, which is both a crime and a travesty. This album is my everything. Some of you may know Grimes as Elon Musk's ex-girlfriend and mother of his child, XA12. And yes, that's how you say it. I looked it up. I don't want to hear about her being problematic. I strongly believe that Grimes tried to save us all by taking one for the team. Notice how it's only since they've broken up that Elon Musk has gone on a tirade and decided he doesn't believe in pronouns or whatever. She tried to fix him. She did that for us. Everyone say thank you, Grimes. And anyway, I just really super don't want to hear it because this album was before, so it's not tarnished by any muskiness that might be surrounding her, okay? And it speaks to my soul, so just let me have this. This album is so fucking good. For the uninitiated, Grimes is an artist and producer from Canada. She was a ballet prodigy growing up, but then went to college for brain science where she took a class about how sounds affect the brain, which is where she learned to use a DAW, like a music production app thing, and then she dropped out to make music. She's had numerous whimsical escapades, like trying to sail a houseboat down the Mississippi with her boyfriend at the time. She lived in a crack house for a short period, and her album Visions was made when she locked herself in a room for like a week or so and didn't eat or sleep and just made an album. You may know Oblivion or Genesis from TikTok. Art Angels is her follow-up, and it's distinct from Visions because she used a bunch of real instruments, sampling short guitar, violin, drum, and vocal loops to build out songs that are much more akin to traditional pop, but with that same Grimes weirdness. The performance I want to talk about is a live version of Flesh Without Blood off of the album Art Angels. I don't know who that is yelling "Yas Queen," but if you're somehow watching this, I want to say thank you for your service. I would give anything to be here for this live performance, but I'm glad that somebody said what I would have said. The audience's clapping is so off at the beginning. I laugh at it every single time. But Grimes is in the zone, okay? You cannot throw her off. She knows what she needs to do. And then that main guitar riff comes in. I think I just love this performance because I love this song so much, and I don't know if this will really hit the same for you guys, but it's just... And the backup dancers come out, and we've got Hannah, another great artist, and Grimes' friend on backup vocals. I see a lot of comments under Grimes' performances saying like, wow, she really is not a singer. And first of all, that's why she pitches her voice up in her songs. She also doesn't like her voice. But I love the weirdness of it. One thing about me, and I don't mean this as a backhanded compliment, it's gonna come off that way, but just bear with me and try to hear what I'm really saying. I love when an artist sounds kind of ugly. Like, I love when the emotional power and artistic expression is so strong that sounding pretty just isn't even the point. I find it a lot more engaging to listen to. It's like addictive to me. I love when they all start doing the same choreo here. I can't help but do this move whenever I hear this song. But the highlights for me are just anytime Grimes does her thing. She's a graduate of the Björk School of Twitchy Weirdo Dancing, and it is everything. She's like an anime character, like I can't look away. The word that comes to mind for me with this performance and with Grimes in general is scrappy. She's on the guitar, she's doing a dance, she's running around. All her controls for what samples are playing are on this board thing up on the platform, and so she's gotta keep running back to slam the right button in time, or else the whole thing would just fall apart. It's like DJing, playing in a band, and running laps all at once. And to see it pulled off like this is ridiculously impressive, especially for someone that tries to do this kind of music. This is my SP404. I also call it the Beep Boop Machine, or BMO sometimes, and I got it because Grimes has one, and I want it to be like her. And take it from me, she's a lot better at it than I am. But I'm learning, damn it. There's also so much fog on the stage, and as the performance goes on more and more, it's like they're just fading into the void. I love the stickers all over the guitar. I love the end here when they run up front with this drumstick and start fencing. Just love, love, love everything about this video.
Art is dead. Art is dead. Art is dead.
We're getting into the heavy hitters now. Bo Burnham has kind of been talked about to death for his movie Inside, which is well deserved, but there's another performance of his that I come back to even more frequently, and it's this one. Art is Dead live in the green room. This is a show full of well-established comedians interviewing and talking with Bo, the up-and-coming 20-year-old who got famous off of YouTube. The vibe is palpably weird.
But here's where it gets difficult to explain or understand, is that Bo actually, when he performs, there's a lot of ironic detachment there. There's a lot of, you're not really revealing anything yourself.
I never talk about what I really think about on stage directly, because I don't value what I think at this point about those issues. Well, just really, like, I don't think anyone wants to get up and hear a 20-year-old like tell them what they think about how the world works.
Would you do me a favor?
So I just kind of make jokes.
Would you do me a favor?
They're established in their comedy careers, and he's some new hotshot flash in the pan from the internet. They talk to him a little about what he does, and then ask him to play his song "Art Is Dead."
So I just kind of make jokes.
Would you do me a favor? Would you do "Art Is Dead"? Yeah. Because I think that song says everything that I think I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'll do that one. Yeah, sure.
This song is a pretty searing take on fame and comedy and performance, and I don't know if it's really all that funny, but all the older comedians can't help but laugh throughout.
Entertainers like to seem complicated, but we're not complicated. I can explain it pretty easily. Have you ever been to a birthday party for children? One of the children won't stop screaming, cause he's just a little attention attractor when he grows up to be a comic or actor.
They seem kind of uneasy, like they're not really sure what to make of this. Look at how he glares at them when he says this line.
He'll be rewarded for never maturing, for never understanding or learning. Every day can't be about him, there's other people, you selfish asshole. Must be like.
He goes on to sing this line about how this is all fake, this whole performance world. Entertainers are only showing you the part of themselves they want you to see. You don't really know anything about me other than what I choose to show you on my channel. You're seeing a very small, curated version of myself. This is the point he's trying to make here when he talks about wearing makeup and slamming on his piano.
My drug's attention, I am an addict, but I get paid to indulge in my habit. It's all an illusion. I'm wearing makeup,
It's kind of Truman Show-esque. He's trying to tear down the illusion between himself and the audience. It's not really funny. Again, it's kind of unnerving. But again, all the comedians laugh. Next, he brings up how much money is spent on this very show, when that money could have been used to feed a whole family for months. And look how this lady in the back is just absolutely losing it.
Cause we wanted our name and lights, when we could have fed a family of 4 for 40 fucking fortnights. 40 fucking fortnights.
Does this not give you the most dystopian feeling? Like he's calling out this whole room of people, this whole industry, and they can't even understand what he's trying to say.
I'm an artist, please God forgive me. I am an artist, please don't revere me. I am an artist, please don't respect me. I am an artist, feel free to correct me.
And then he wraps it all up with this line.
I am an artist, but I'm just a kid. I'm just a kid, I'm just a kid. Maybe I'll grow out of it.
I'm just gonna let that speak for itself. There's nothing I can say. That's genius.
You could be my silver spring, blue-green colors flashing.
Which video part 2? Okay. This is another one you may know from TikTok. This is a live performance of Silver Springs by Fleetwood Mac. If you didn't know, these two icons, Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham, dated and broke up like a million times throughout the run of this band, and a lot of their most popular songs are about each other. Go Your Own Way was a breakup letter from Lindsey to Stevie. Stevie Nicks' whole aesthetic is very witchy, and there was a lot of speculation about whether she really was or wasn't a witch, which led some to believe that the bridge of Silver Springs is actually a spell that Stevie Nicks cast on Lindsey Buckingham, cursing him to forever be haunted by the voice of the woman whose heart he broke.
I'll follow you down till the sound of my voice will haunt you. You'll never get away from the sound of the woman that loved you.
This is feminine rage. I get chills every time I listen to it, every time I watch it, every time I think about it. I don't know what putting a curse on someone looks like, but this is a powerful moment, and it can't be far off. Look at how she glares at him. Look at how freaked he looks. Imagine singing this song on stage with the person you wrote it about and singing it directly to their face.
The sound of my voice will haunt you. Give me just a chance.
Now, the whole spell thing has never been confirmed. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's been flat out denied. But let's just look at Fleetwood Mac here. This is a reunion. Years after the song was written, the band is back together to perform some hits. Sounds like maybe somebody is still haunted by his ex-lover's voice. And sounds like he still can't get away. Good for her.
This night is sparkling, don't you let it go.
I'll be honest, This is the performance that spawned this entire video idea. This is my comfort video. I return to watch this like clockwork every 3 to 5 business days, and it hits just as hard every time. It is my privilege and my honor to share it with you. This is a live mashup of 2 of Taylor Swift's most universally beloved songs, Wildest Dreams and Enchanted. Dr. Swift is infamous for her phenomenal bridges, and these 2 songs are some of her best. And she has fused them together. Strap in. We start with Enchanted.
Wondering if you knew I was enchanted to meet you.
And then transition into Wildest Dreams.
I thought heaven can't help me now. Nothing lasts forever, but this is gonna take me down.
The echo of the crowd singing with her is so spooky and beautiful. She wraps up the verse and we hear the Wildest Dreams beat, which, fun fact, is actually the recorded sound of her heartbeat. She put her literal heart and soul into this music.
Wildest dreams I
Love this glitter special effect. Another thing Taylor Swift is really good at is build-in intensity. We started at a very quiet acoustic piano. Entering the second verse, we're building the intensity with a beat and the background singers coming in.
No one has to know what we do. His hands are in my hair, his clothes are in my room. His voice has a familiar sound. Nothing lasts forever, but this is getting good now.
I already have the chills. I said before that I love when singers lean into sounding kind of weird when it matches the intensity of the song, and this is a great example. Taylor's voice is weird here.
Say you'll see me again, even if it's just in your eyes.
She leans into these really weird vowels and kind of back of the throat sound, like the like it's like, oh, it's like the Grimesification of Taylor Swift. I love it so much. So we keep building and we get another snippet of Enchanted.
This night is sparkling. Don't you let it go. Don't you let it go.
And now for the Wildest Dreams bridge.
See me in hindsight, tangled up with you all night, burning. It's down.
The way the backup singers are echoing her, the way the mic echoes the weird way she says down, the way the drums come in and she just goes completely feral.
See me in hindsight, tangled up with you all night, burning. It's down.
The slow-mo hair flip.
See me in hindsight, tangled up with you all night, burning. It's down.
The officially released 1989 World Tour videos are notorious for their weird and extremely distracting editing choices, but sometimes when it hits, and this is a prime example. It feels like the song is reaching its absolute peak when she pulls it back suddenly.
Standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, baby.
Only to bring it back stronger than ever with more weird riffs that make me feel like I know the hidden truths of the universe.
Say you'll remember me. Staring at the sunset, baby.
And it feels like it can't possibly get any bigger, and then she does this. This is art. Listen to the backup singers on that. Yeah. Listen to the bass line that comes in when she starts really strutting on Wildest Dreams, like dun 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 dun. Just absorb everything that's happening here. It's so serious. This video is life-changing. Watch it again, come back here and comment when you've watched it 5 times. And I'm gonna leave you with that. I hope you enjoyed this one, something a little different. Let me know in the comments if you have a favorite performance that I should check out. If you're in the mood for new music, like I said, I do in fact make my own. Check it out on my channel, my Spotify, all the different apps.
Me and you, I can't go on. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. No more. What is love?
Thank you guys so much for 5,000 subscribers. That is ridiculous. I never imagined that so many people would want to hear my silly little thoughts on things. So this is really, 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 really cool. And I'm honored and so grateful and thankful. And I just can't wait to keep making more stuff. So thank you again. Hope you enjoyed. And I think that's it. Bye.